and welcome to the show. Caldy versus DMP and a top half battle between Redruth and Old Albanian to come, but we start with a clash of the Titans at Clifton Lane. Rotherham have been riding high with 4 wins from 4 in their National 2 North campaign, but they face a side that are flying as well in Fylde. With top of the table on the line, who will come out on top?
Muggleton getting it out nice and easily. Comes into West. He'll kick through. That ball will sit up in the wind, and getting under it is Harry Dunn. But that's a good run by Grimes. And he knows he can run. But this is Carlton, who's got away from a couple of passes. He gets it into Swift and into the middle. There goes Henry Hadfield. Fylde breaking away with pace. It's been all Rotherham in this first half so far, but Fylde with one break. A little bit of space for Carlton, a little step and a little acceleration, and that's what Fylde can do. They take the lead. Comes up to Smith again. Deep run coming in from Rawlins, who's found a space. He's got support on both sides. He kicks it through. He's looking for Lanigan, trying to land on it, but that might go too far. A missed opportunity for Fylde. Just couldn't quite get onto it. So we'll come back for a scrum. Will Fylde come to rue that missed chance? Goes into Poole. Picked up well, cleanly. Rotherham moving. There goes the drive. There they go. And they're over. Rotherham charging through. Well, our scorer is the number 8, Callum Buston. He was very early into the maul. He got into the middle of it. As it got going, that was the perfect place to be. And Rotherham, with that move, with that line out, with that extra push, get their noses in front at Clifton Lane. They're being caught in the mud a little bit. Pocklington trying to pull it out, which he does. Box kick comes over the top, asking Tucker to do the work. Carlton, oh, that's going to be dangerous.
It's timing, so he's taken him out of the air. It's not landed on head or neck. He's landed on his back. It's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah.
One by Poole. Early acceleration. The flanker and Challenor driving it forwards. It goes round. It's still in hand. That's Newman with it at the back, and they still move forwards. Fylde doing everything they can. It's almost 30 against 30, but the ball down. Rotherham rumble on. All Rotherham need to do is count down, keep it in play, keep it in hand. West kicking over though. Lewis could chase it down, and it is spilt, and it's straight to Poole. He needs support if he's going to score from this position. But an even better position for Rotherham. They took the risk. Buskin. He gets past a couple of tackles. The number 8 is going to finish off in style, surely. Brilliant from Buskin. That's how you finish a game of rugby. Ruthless, opportunistic, handling the conditions. Every box ticked by Martin Jenkinson's side. And that is why they are winning today. Rotherham have been ruthless at Clifton Lane.
Fylde are a very good outfit, a very good team, obviously, as their league position suggests. Our boys had to dig in. It's been a filthy day here at Clifton Lane. One of the biggest factors is obviously, as you can see, it's still teeming down now. It was a day for the forwards, and it was our boys managed to get on top.
They like a game based on set piece. They like a game that's it's not as free flowing as what we would want. They'd have enjoyed the fact that the conditions are like this because it might have hindered us a little bit more. But yeah, it was certainly one thing. I mean, the frustrating thing for us is that they told us what they wanted to do in terms of the tempo of the game, and we managed
Let's
to
jump straight into National 1 as Caldy looked for another scalp against Darlington Mowden Park.
At this stage 4 years ago, DMP had maximum points, while Caldy had their first 12 at 1 point. A lot has changed, including the arrival to the Wirral of Ben Jones, who slotted 3 penalties in the first 20 minutes. Jake Aincoff's foul play here, though, gifted the visitors a penalty try, and the lead, and man advantage. Caldy were not deterred, though. Oliver Hearn driving over after 2 minutes. DMP stayed in touch through Ben Franklin and Ralph Appleby's scores. But the damage was already done. Newell Davidson's score and Jones's boot secured a second Caldy win and a scalp against Nat 1 veterans DMP, now on their worst ever start in the 3rd tier.
from South Yorkshire to the southwest, as Redruth and Old Albanian battles it out at the recreation ground.
With 25 tries between them so far this season, it was expected to rain scores in Cornwall. Eyes were on the backs, but Redruth's second row Tom Prisk took matters into his own hands. Fans were hoping for a comfortable rerun of Old Albanian's last visit in February 2020, a 21-12 win. But Elliot McFun scored for a half-time lead. And Alex Rickey was first to this deflected kick. Step in Fraser Honey. Closing the gap with a 63rd minute penalty, he was on hand when Dean Bonds went over 5 minutes from time. The fly half came up sweet to leave OAs with a bitter taste yet again.
Here's the rest of the National 1 action, including a Yorkshire-Lancashire derby.
The majority of the scores between Sale and Leeds Tykes happened in the first half, Jake Barron opening as the visitors led 12-17 at the break. Chris Johnson's boot had put Jonathan Keep's side in control before Tykes' Tom Williams was red-carded for a high hit on Tom Walsh. A tight affair unfolded at the Rock, Rotherham Park captain Hugo Ellis finishing off a rolling maul to lead after 38 minutes. Aidan Burnett put Bishop Stortford in touching distance, but George Collins' boot was not clinical enough as the home side clung on for victory. Cambridge have found a scoring sensation in Ben Brownlee, hitting 3 tries before half-time to push Birmingham Moseley away. His total is now 7 for the season. The Blood and Sand had a near-perfect 80 minutes, only marred by former player Kalis Hutchinson running through with 8 minutes to go. Chinner dominated at Kingsey Road for 65 minutes. Sale Sharks star Manu Tuilagi's nephew Fred setting up a 6-try haul. James Shanahan's Blackheath did rally though, to score 4 tries in the last 15 minutes. Marcus Kershaw's late score the best of the bunch. The wins at the Slade were with Tunbridge Judeans in the first 40, Tom White kicking a 2-point lead at the break. But Cinderford maintained their unbeaten start when the promoted side allowed Will Baldwin to sprint through and leave TJ's forlorn. And what a game at Veritas Park. 2 tries for Rams Ellis Jones put the league leaders in control after 40 minutes. But Taunton Titans pushed themselves to within 2 points. A 79th minute penalty, Gary Kingdom, and that was the stunning victory. Only one fixture had double figures in difference between the sides. Incredible drama. If you want a £200 discount on partner VO's cameras, head to ncarugby.com for details. Rosslyn Park are back on top, joined by Cinderford after Rams slip to set up a super clash next week at Old Bath Road. Plymouth Albion rested this week at the bottom.
Here's the rest of the action from National 2 South, including a nervy day for Leaders Worthy. The definition of a game of 2 halves unfolded at Molesey Road, Esher's Charlie Crawley helping them lead 17-0 at half-time. But Barnes took 2 points on the 11-mile journey back home thanks to Frank Nixon's 78th minute try before Josh Davies' extras got the away fans cheering. The Marine Travel Ground was very exposed to the conditions, but so was Canterbury's defence to Ding's Tom Price here. While Matt Corker's side dominated possession, they never threatened the visitors as Josh Lloyd's 3rd try left the hosts empty-handed. Barnstaple visited Bury St Edmunds for the first time in 3 years and had the bit between their teeth as Luke Berry kicked them to an early 6-3 lead. The home side took the scrappy affair in Suffolk though, personified by Kieran Leeson's opportunist score minutes later. Guernsey needed 50 minutes to get going in their first game of the season on the island, Anthony Armstrong finishing this slick move to get the fans cheering. It saw the promoted side tame Leicester Lions, who were limited to a single try by Ollie Taylor after 10 minutes of stoppage time. Henley Hawks had no problem battling the gruelling conditions at the Gables, Alex Bradley getting them started just before the half hour. Westcliff were calling on semi-retired players in an injury crisis, but Colt George Wilshire, making his first appearance, marked a memorable introduction for the home side's only score. Clifton wasted no time bouncing back from round 4's defeat to the Hawks, Andrew Simmers darting over after 11 minutes, now on 11 tries in total for opening quarters. But Hinckley's spirited performance earned a losing bonus, a strong set piece earning a penalty which Joe Wilson slotted. Swerving Raiders huffed and puffed on Rochford's try line for 20 minutes before John Whittle blew the visitors' house down. The promoted side worked hard in defence but were again pummelled by Harlequins Academy star Nathan Jabulu in the last minute. Round 5's try-scoring efforts takes the totals to 251 for National 2 South so far this season. If you want to read about all of Round 5's games in details, make sure you grab a copy of the rugby paper. Wins for all of the top 6 means it's as you were from Round 4 except for Esher, whose draw drops them down. And it also means the bottom half are the same.
Let's bring it full circle. Here's the rest of the National 2 North action, with the race for the top heating up.
We start at the bottom, where Wharfdale looked set for a tough day against Blaydon when Elliot Beattie drove over. The Green Machine got going though, hounding the visitors' discipline before Ryan Hamilton went over on the half hour. Sedgley Park was cheering before kick-off as fly half Steve Collins ran out for his 200th appearance in Greater Manchester. Bourneville's Mitch McGahan looked to spoil the party with his kicking, slotting 2 penalties to bookend the first half. But the Park Lane kicker had his say in the second half, kicking through for Rhys Henderson to chase on the hour in a battling encounter. Chester sparked into life this week, Ewan Phillips' dazzling footwork setting up a bonus point win at Hare Lane. Sheffield Tigers gave the home fans a nervy end to the game with Robert Davidson's brace, but it was not enough for a losing bonus. Hull Ionians capitalised on some early Harrogate discipline errors for Callum Sanderson to go over. The visitors put in a ruthless second half display though, Josh Britton capping off a bonus point win to keep up with the front runners. It was also a tough day for Ionian city rivals Hull, behind with 17 minutes to go against Tynedale through Ross Cook's boot. Gary Pearce's boys responded immediately, Tipiloma Carvalho breaking before Dean Rees dotted down. And drama unfolded at Lockwood Park, where Huddersfield hope Liam Staples' score would give them a first home win of the season. The hosts were under the cosh immediately from the restart, with Luctonians hooker Sam Haler helping them go 3 points clear. And the fans who made the 250 miles round trip celebrated as Rob Aikman drove over the winner with minutes to spare. Loughborough Students versus Stourbridge was postponed due to COVID concerns, as Chester hit Sheffield Tigers for 5 to get their first win of the season at Hare Lane. It's all change in the top 4. Rotherham Titans win over Fylde, putting them top. The bottom 4 sides took 3 points between them.
And just to cap off, here's a couple of things you may have missed from round 5.
It was fantastic to see so many fans around the country braving the rain to cheer their National League Rugby club, the Chinna faithful from all age groups cheering at Kingsley Road in their win over Blackheath. As always, thanks for the support, guys. And spectators battling the weather at the Avenue saw a spectacular drop goal from Blaydon's Nathan Horsfall. 30 metres out, he made the conditions work in his favour for a memorable moment. If there's something you think we've missed, tag us on social media, and you can get all the latest National League Rugby news at ncarugby.com.
That's it from Clifton Lane, as Rotherham Titans are singing in the rain. See you next week.